How did you feel about seeing your seniors who haven't had a whole lot of chance to make an impact on Saturday, given the opportunity?
Yeah, I thought that was the one exciting part about the weekend was we asked Jack Berry, who hadn't played or started a game in a long time, to come in and be ready for a big performance. He did that. Max Zimmer, who's been in and out of the lineup, came in, started the game, played really, really well, had some scoring chances, was in on the goal to get us going at the start of the third period, had a chance in overtime, and to see him get the game winner was really exciting. So those are two guys that have remained loyal and faithful and energized and stayed on board in kind of tough roles. So Jack, obviously, is a goalie you want to play. And Daniel's been our starter and gotten all of the starts. And so we needed Jack to be ready to come in to throw us a big game after a poor performance on Friday by our team. He did that, and like I said, Max was the same way. I thought Max did an outstanding job. The other bright spot on I thought Baker's performance, especially as the game went on, scored a huge goal for us to start that third period and kind of get us going for that comeback, was really big. I thought Ryder Donovan got his first goal. I thought that was really a big part of the weekend as well. So, we've relied on a lot of our young guys to be our go-to guys, or it looks like they're our go-to guys because they start a lot of games, they're on the power play, but we need a full lineup being able to contribute, and we saw lots of contributions, especially on Saturday night. So that was the fun and rewarding part of the weekend.
Do you anticipate any change with your goalie plan because of the way Jack played Saturday? Or does that just open up, if you need him again, you have confidence in him still to?
Yeah, Daniel's our guy that we've relied on a lot, that we will continue to rely on a lot. But Jack's, that's his role, is to be ready to come in and win. He won in Minnesota, before. Going into the weekend, we knew in the back of our minds that Jack could play one of the games. And with the way Friday's game and performance was by our team, we thought that was a great opportunity for him to step up and jump into a tough situation. And we knew he'd be ready for it, and he was. So I think the goaltender situation, you say the same. Daniel's, going to get the majority of the starts, and Bear will be ready when we need him.
Brian?
I don't know if you needed to be convinced, but do you think the 3-on-3 Saturday night kind of, showed how much fun that can be at this level?
I hope everybody saw that. I mean, that was spectacular. Both ways, chances and saves at both ends. Seeing your skilled guys out there with that much ice and in that situation, I thought was really cool. The 5-on-5 overtime was exciting too, but it's hard for those players. You're using those players. They play back-to-back games, an emotional series like that for 2 60-minute games, and you got a 5-minute 5-on-5, and then you got them 3-on-3. By the time the shootout comes around and you call on your first two guys that were on the ice, the majority of that thing, that's a lot of work put into it. So I think at the end of the day, I hope someday we go straight to 3-on-3. We skip the 5-on-5, 5 minutes. I think it'd be better for the players. It'd be better for the fans. But it certainly was one of those college hockey games at the end of the game. It was exciting. I think the whole 3-on-3 overtime, I think the whole crowd was standing up because it went back and forth and the energy in there. And then you get the shootout, three shooters on each team, and a couple posts, almost goals, a couple big saves, and then obviously the goal by Max for us was really exciting.
Brian?
Did you have it planned out the way you wanted with Cole and then Alex, and was Max the third for sure, or did you just kind of decide? Yeah,
we actually thought of Max going first, but I didn't think that would be fair to him just based on the fact he didn't get a shift in the 3-on-3, he got a shift on the 5-on-5 part of the overtime. But you got the leading scorer in college hockey on your bench, and you got another guy that's a tremendous scorer, and so I thought that the order we went was the right order. I thought our team was kind of, as the bench was going on, when's Max getting? You could hear the guys kind of, wanting Max to get out there, and so we went with him third. He had a big goal at Michigan last year in the shootout, and he is good on breakaways. He's, a guy that again hasn't played a ton, but he's an important part of our team. He's an important part of our room, and you can see the excitement and the enthusiasm from our team when he did score. I thought that was really a great way to finish a weekend, which, like we said, on Friday night, we just didn't perform well enough, and Saturday we were able to bounce back, and, a win's a win. And I know it's a shootout win, but I liked the fact we were down 3-1 and had a battle and struggled through it. And when it looked like we were, it was going to be a terrible weekend, we found a way to salvage something out of it. So I'm proud of the guys on how they responded, especially, some of the seniors and juniors and leadership group, that they were a part of that comeback, and that was exciting for us.
Todd? Oh,
Coach,
sorry.
always like to see your team respond in that way after losing 4-1, going down 3-1. They rally to tie it, get it in the shootout, and it wasn't just the young guys, it wasn't just the seniors, it was the team that made that happen Saturday.
Yeah, and I appreciate you bringing that up about the team, because I think that's where we have to start to realize up until this point in the season, we've seen lots of different performances that encourage us to be excited about our team, but we haven't really seen the consistent, team effort night after night that causes or gives you guys or gives our guys a chance to win night after night. And I think that was the biggest thing about Saturday, is we saw a different mentality than we had on Friday. Friday night we performed poorly. Minnesota played like a team, and we played like a bunch of individuals that thought we could beat them because we had better skill. And obviously that doesn't work at any level, college, professional, high school. It doesn't work. The team that plays the best and for each other gives themselves a real chance to win. I thought that's what we saw Saturday, and that's what our team has to learn from this weekend. I mean, we got great potential, we got great players, but it's time we get playing with that mentality that we had on Saturday. So I thought that was very well done by our entire group.
Todd?
You have to credit a team that blocks as many shots as they did, as Minnesota did over the weekend. But were there things you thought you guys could have done better to avoid getting in a situation where they were being blocked? Was there anything you would like to see differently in that?
Well, I think it was a combination of a few things. I think we started the game really well. They score a goal on a mistake we made defensively. Then they score another one right after that. And then all of a sudden, their bench and their team goes, holy cow, we can play with these guys. We can play in their end and make them play defense. They don't want to play defense. And we gave that team confidence and the urgency to realize that if they took care of their own end and were desperate in blocking shots, they'd have a chance to beat us. And I think that carried over into Saturday. That was probably Minnesota's best 2 games of the year. They played like that, and so give them credit. But I think a lot of that had to do with us opening that door to allow them to feel that way about themselves. So that's a learning thing for us. It's a learning thing for me, because I don't think I did a good job getting ready to play Friday. And it's something that for our team, if we don't learn from it and realize that, every team we play is going to, throw everything they can at us. And if we handle it the way we did on Friday night, we're going to have a tough second half of the year. But if we go out, we initiate and play the way we're capable of and play for each other and get contributions like we did from everybody, we can be a really good team.
Cole's one of those guys that's been getting blocked a little bit and he's missing. Do you sense any frustration with him growing? I mean, because everyone saw what he can do early in the season. He's still getting the chances. He's getting a lot of chances. He's making those opportunities. They're just not going in. Any frustration you can sense?
Well, as a goal scorer, you expect yourself to score every time you get the puck, and he's had 2 breakaways in overtime this weekend. He had 2 last weekend when the game was tied, and then overtime against Notre Dame when he could have won it for us. He's making good shots. They're not going in. He's hit, I don't know how many posts. I know he's leading the nation in hitting posts. So he's made good shots that just haven't gone in for him. And now he's probably trying to make perfect shots because they're not going in for him. He'll get back on track. And when they do go in for him, he'll get on a heck of a run. He's too good of a player, too good of a scorer. And, the chances that he has. Now, that was the thing that's the last 2 weekends. We've had the puck on the right guy's stick at the right time. They just haven't gone in for us.